Hey everybody, welcome to Extra Step. You're watching Rapid Fire with your favorite people that you love so much. Yes, Coach K's in the building. We got Coach Derwin in the building. Coach Derwin, you out?
Hey, how's it going, and run?
They got Coach Lewis. He's gonna be our guest today.
Yep. Get it.
And then we got our main guy, the host, Hezzy.
Hello, guys.
What's up, my dude?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. Ready to get this started. Woo, I'm ready. I'm on live right now. Y'all can see it. I'm on live. You already know how excited I am. All right, Hezzy, take us away. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, so I know y'all been waiting a while for the prep announcement. It was originally supposed to be December 1st, but, we're going to announce it now. So, Coach Lewis, take it away.
So the anticipation's over. All the talk can stop. 905 prep is official. We are here. We're going to start in September. And I'm really excited to have a partner in Coach K, who's going to be the head of basketball operations. And, I think this is great for the GTA because we're finally actually going to get these kids noticed. Our program's not about what the parents can give the program. It's about what we can give their hardworking athletes educationally as well as on the court.
Yep. For sure.
What do you think, Kay?
Yo, it's finally here. 905 prep. Y'all ready? I'm excited. Yes. Thank you, Coach Lewis. Man, honestly, if there's anyone I'm grateful to be working with, this is you. I would try to run across the desert with you, but I'm so happy that we're here. I'm excited. 905 prep is gonna make some noise. It's gonna change the game. We want to let everybody know one time, yo. Basketball is not going to be the same in Canada. We are going to start a trend that is going to go forward for everybody, and we're going to change programs. They're going to have to chase after us. They're going to have to see the new way that is going to help kids get to where they want to get to, prepare them to be an adult, not only on the court, but off the court as well, which is most important for these guys. A lot of them get a chance to play at a high level, but they're not always got it right. So we're here to change the game.
Well, I think everybody's also in for a surprise, too, once we start announcing the talent that we have. I think for me personally, I'm really excited with the rosters as they're forming right now because we're not starting out from the bottom like most prep organizations. We actually have a solid, ready-to-compete roster forming right now. So, let's just put everybody on notice. This is just the beginning and, start the targets because we're coming.
Yo, we coming for heads, man. And it's not in no disrespect. We ain't trying to piss people off and have a riot in Toronto, but we just want to let you lose. Don't give me that look. I know you want to. But all I gotta say is that we want to make sure that kids in the future are actually getting a true blessing, and we just want to give another opportunity for a whole nother generations to come to get a chance to compete at a high level and whoop some ass. So I'm ready. I'm excited. Y'all hear more announcements. By the way, y'all on the live right now, unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch the video on YouTube to get the audio. So sucks. You didn't hear what he said. You don't hear what I said. Watch the video later on. Yep. I did them like that.
Dirty.
I did them like that. Go and dig. But yeah, it's here. So I'm excited. So Hezzy, yes, let's get into the show. Enough about 905 prep. Y'all gonna hear about it going forward. So Let's get into the talks now.
All right. So the first question is, what is your take on the ESPN Top 25 class of 2023, and where is Elijah Fisher?
Ooh. Okay. So, all right. So Derwin said I could go first. All right. Because you ain't ready for the smoke. ESPN. I need to really find out what ESPN was thinking. Okay, DJ Wagner. That's great. He's number one. I'm pretty sure his grandfather was ranked number one in high school. Bus. His dad was ranked number one in high school. Bus. That he gets number one in high school, probably gonna be bus. So I can see how they set it up. It's fake. Something happened because I don't understand how Mikey's fifth. Listen, I don't think he's super elite. I don't think he's number one, but he's fifth. The man's dropping 26 with no help, and you're giving him fifth.
He's number one.
He's up there. I think he's number two, right? I'm crazy. Maybe I'm a LeBron bias, but I think Bronny needs some more respect. All right? I think he needs some more respect, at least top 5. at least top 5. That's what's wrong with ESPN. They don't understand how to do it. I'm telling you. Elijah Fisher is nowhere to be found. I don't understand that. Where's Elijah Fisher? Like is he not the number 1 player in Canada? Are we not part of North America? Did Trump take?
Is he the number 1 player in the 2023 though, okay, in Canada, or is it because the hype that's been built up around him?
Oh shoot, damn. I don't even know what to say about that.
Because I'm not saying he's not, but
you're not wrong, man. There's a lot of hidden gems. People don't know. Like in Canada, there's a lot of hidden gems. There's some guys in some gyms who are probably the best in this country, best on the land, that no one gets to see and gets recognition because we're in Canada. And I mean, if we're talking about things being hidden, I mean, Elijah Fisher kind of, he kind of knows about that, no? Darren, what do you think?
I thought we were letting Coach Lewis go next.
Oh, sorry, my fault. Lewis, go ahead.
Well, I can think locally of at least 3 guys in that class that should be top 25 in North America, Elijah Fisher being one. There's another guy that I'm very keen on, and I think he has a really bright future who is going to probably reclass, and that's Zayden Cross. Nobody talks about this kid. This kid just took over the Jane Finch Classic in the summer. Nobody could stop him at all. He won games for grassroots because everybody was paying attention to what they know, Elijah, right? There's also another young fella who's 2023 named Tajari Cave. Nobody's talking about this talent. And I think that all 3 of them would show real well in the States. Right?
That's 100% true. Yeah, I believe that. Those guys are bodies, man. Especially Zayden Cross. He's been on that boy's shadow for way too long. It's time. I think it's honestly, in my opinion, I mean, not to speak out here like that, but I think it's time for him to start thinking about, maybe getting a bigger platform. But I'm gonna let the Coach Durden do his time. It's his turn to talk. I'm sorry, Coach.
No worries. Okay, so let's start with ESPN first, because ESPN doesn't know what they're talking about ever. Like, I don't know. This is not the first list that we disagree with. This is definitely not gonna be the last one. They got some interesting people over there with interesting opinions. Basketball, definitely. Come on, man. They had DeMar DeRozan as the 82nd best player in the league this year. Come on. That's BS. But going back to the 2023 draft, for sure, I don't know why Elijah's not there. For sure, why there are no more Canadians on that list. Like, that doesn't make sense. And yeah, why is Mikey top 5? Like, top 3 for sure. There's no question about it. So there's a lot of things in that class, we talked about it. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
Nope. But I think Coach K is totally lost by thinking Bronny's top 5. I don't know.
I don't know about that, Coach K. I would say like top 10, top 15.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say top 5. That might be pushing.
I'm going to say something no one wants to say. I'm going to say something no one wants to say. He pretty much ran Zaire Wade out of Siena Cannon because he was getting more minutes because he was playing better with a better plus minus at the time than Dwayne Wade's son. And that is a fact. Because Zaire Wade, he got hurt, he came back, and Bronny still was outplaying him, and then he decided to leave. Or else he could have stayed. He would have been a starter, but he left because he needed more shine. He didn't want to be in Bronny's shadow. He knew better.
You put me with BJ Boston, as old and fat as I am, and I would be top 25 too. BJ Boston carried that team. It didn't matter who you put on that floor. BJ Boston was the man.
He does have a point. Not gonna lie, BJ Boston was definitely a star on that team. But they have.
You're right.
They had plenty of good stars on that team. But
yeah, exactly. That team was loaded. That
team was loaded.
It was a talented team. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just saying, like, Bronny got minutes as a freshman because he could ball. Like, I get it, he played with elite guys, but how come Zaire played with those guys and it didn't plan out, right? If it's the same talent. So I'm just looking at it as, well, Bronny made it work, and Bronny's the one that has probably the best only potential, not because his damn name, because what his father did, which was stupid, right? but because the fact that he's an actual impact player, and he's been since he's on the AU circuit. Like he was he not top 5 ranked at one point when he was in grade 7 and grade 8? Like he's elite.
Dude, I would be top 5 if I played with Mikey. That's what I'm saying. His dad has always made sure he's had elite talent around him at all times. And if you want to put him in the top anything, let's see how he does this year by himself first. Because really, there's only one other guy, which is Amar Bailey, that's left on that team.
You're 100% right. Honestly, you're 100% right. We got to see what he does. But I think that Bronny, he's going to show everyone what's good this year because he's going to get a chance to get more shots up. You know, that ball's not going to be in BJ's hand no more, right? And Amari's going to have to share the ball with Bronny now. So we'll see if he can step up to it. I think he should be at least considered close to it. And look, you know, I see the pictures of him training with his dad. He almost up to his dad now. And he looking like a beast like his dad. I'm just saying, the kid looks like a bull ready to win this year.
No, I agree with you, but I would say that's probably for next year's class. Like, when they reclass them next year, then we'll talk. Probably be in the top 5 then. But this year, he just didn't earn it, man. I get what you're saying, but it's a next year thing.
No, I hear. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Well, next year we'll tell, but he'll put in the work this season to prove everyone for the next one that comes out. And
exactly.
Where the hell is Elijah Fisher on that list? I am disrespected as an owner, a coach, somebody that's been playing against him. I honestly think ESPN disrespected Canada by not including Elijah.
Now, I think 2 things for Elijah Fisher, okay? Either A, he got pushed out because he's in Canada, and because we haven't been playing games right now, they're probably considering him to drop down the list. Oh, because he's not working on his game. He's not playing live games. So how can we rank a man that's not playing? Okay, maybe rightfully so. Or maybe ESPN maybe heard about something that happened up here, right? That he tried to pull off some Nike LeBron shit. And they probably said, you know what? We had enough of these athletes. We had enough of these guys doing this stuff. Maybe we're going to disrespect him to send a message, because that's the only list I didn't see him on. Out of all the lists that they've had, we see them on number 1, top 5, top 4, most of them. He wasn't on ESPN, the biggest one. So clearly there's some hate for him or something there.
I don't know, but they can stop it because Elijah is a phenomenal, superhuman athlete here. And I feel like if he went across the states, because I know, as you know, okay, like we're inside, right? And it's a matter of time before he goes. And when he does, I think he's going to go off, man, because he's got so much hatred for all the hate against him that I think he's about to prove a point, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of things haven't helped Canadians this year. So I'm hoping 2021 will be kinder to us. You know, we're a kind nation. Just be kind to us. But Hezi, go ahead if you want to ask the second question, sir.
Sure. So are the Rockets really going to try? And what about James Harden? Where does he go this offseason?
Oh, so we're talking about like a trade?
Yeah.
Like, where would he go if he gets traded?
Okay. I'll go first for this one. I think it's good. I think out of the 4 teams that I heard, realistically, the only team that has good assets and they're young too is Miami. And James Harden on Miami, bro. I don't think it will work because I don't know if he'll fit in with that culture. They're so defense heavy. Not saying he's not a dog or anything. He'll get it done, but man, they would have to they'll give up Tyler Hero, no? They would have to give up Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, all those young players and just go to the finals. I don't know about the Nets. I don't know about the Bucks. We'll see, but I would say the best chance to have so many young assets is Miami, and I will be very upset if that happens.
Aren't you a Laker fan?
I am a Kobe fan. Stop this. I do not like the Lakers. I just like because of Kobe. That's on record, all right? I'm a Raptor fan.
Okay, but I seen you wearing that Laker jersey last podcast.
Did you see what number? Did you see the number on it though? Did you see the number on it though?
It still don't matter, man. You'll never see me wearing a Laker.
No. I'll tell you a story. Yo, I was in the drive-thru one day and I had that jersey on. And the man in the drive-thru was like, "Oh, yo, Lakers all this is before they won the chip." He's like, "Yo, Lakers all the way." I was like, "Hold on, stop. Look at the number. It's 24, not 23." And the man just stopped talking.
Wow, this guy is not 23, it's 24. Yo,
24, man. I respect that guy who's like, he won them a chip this year, but I'm not a Laker fan. I'm a Kobe fan.
You're fair enough.
He
You're
played for
right.
the Lakers,
Just know that 23 gonna be beside 24 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
All right.
23 will be across the league.
Coach Lewis, you could go ahead.
I mean, like, honestly, the worst case scenario for Harden with me, and I actually see it happening and happening soon, because he's refusing to do the COVID tests and everything on the schedule. I heard that the Raptors are offering Siakam, OG, Matt Thomas, 2 firsts and a second. And honestly, like I told you, Kay, if they do that, I'm not a Raptors fan anymore. Call me a bandwagoner all you want. If we give up our future for a 32-year-old who's a proven loser, I quit.
Yo.
He's a proven loser. What has he ever done? He had Durant, Westbrook, Adams, all those guys in Oklahoma, and they couldn't even get out of the second round.
Yeah.
He's not lying for real, though.
He's not. Okay, listen. All right. Both of you are insane, okay?
Well, yeah, we knew that.
All right, and I'm probably the most insane here. So
that's what I was about to say.
All right, but I'm gonna say this, Lewis, you're onto something. I think the Raptors and the Rockets should make that trade because if you're trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, all right, you need to get a guy that is an MVP level guy who's willing to be the sidekick. You can come play Toronto, play in front of your Greek hopeful, and get some rings in an international market that makes sense for you. Now, if I had to pick somewhere else other than Toronto, I honestly think the Clippers will probably try to do something.
Ooh, what would they give up, though? They don't really have much.
They don't have much, but they're going to have to find a way to give up something. And if I was them, I would trade Paul George. I don't care if he signed that damn deal. I'm trading Paul George.
Yeah, you can't trade him in the first year.
You can't.
Who says he's getting traded now?
It's the first 60 days of the start of the season.
Right, but who says James Harden's getting traded now? This is going to be a marathon, all right, or the off season. You're going to see a trade just like they did for AD because AD was supposed to be gone. Everyone knew he was going to Lakers, but it took 1 year, right? It took 1 year. The difference is with Paul George is that you have a guy that signed a long-term contract, which teams want. If I'm the Clippers and Houston says, "Hey, would you want him?" I'm trading him. Trade him with whatever you got left. If I'm Houston, I'm taking him because he'll be the star of my team. You're not going to be a championship contender even if you have James Harden. So it makes sense to get rid of Harden now, stop playing this game, right? But you're not going to get rid of him right now because no teams are going to give up the farm. It's just not happening. Only the Clippers would because they're not going to win this year. And you want to keep Kawhi. Besides a madman, but Masai's only going to do that if he can keep Siakam, and it financially don't make sense.
Well, but the only reason New Orleans didn't trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers when it was talked about was because Anthony Davis got hurt, and he wouldn't have passed a physical before the trade deadline.
Yes,
that's why that deal did not go down.
Fair enough. You are correct, but I don't think the Lakers are ready to say yes yet because just the offers that were going, they were saying at the time it was too much. They didn't want to pay that price.
Buddy, hindsight, I still would have done it.
I mean, yes, living now, seeing what happened, you got a ring. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right, Lewis. 100% right. What's happening right now, it makes sense. I would give up half that team. Hell, I would give up if I drafted Zion, I'll give him up.
Yep. That's a fact.
So I mean, you're not wrong. It makes sense now. I'm just saying at the time, they weren't ready to give up the farm for him. And it's going to be the same situation with James Harden because the problem is with James Harden, which was for AD, he hasn't got to the promised land, right? In a way, he's kind of choked. So is it worth it?
I I think that price is too high too. Like, they want a prospect, they want a player that they can start or play like big minutes. Plus, they want future assets for a 32-year-old or a 31-year-old, whatever the case is. Like a player, like I will say, like the last couple of years, science has come a long way, and players are outplaying their average age of which 35 is most of their prime would end. They're playing past that now. So like even still, like are we getting a player for 2-3 years and then that's it? We're gonna have to look in the draft again, or we keep what we have, and you know what I mean? Like I think that's a lot of teams are looking at like that. Miami, Toronto, Milwaukee, like it's all that question is like, yo, what are we giving up? Yeah, we can win a chip this year, next year, maybe, but you know what I mean? Like after that, what's the point?
Exactly. I agree with that.
And I know
Well,
Pat Riley, man. He's not gonna give up the farm for James Harden. Like he'll finesse, and same with Masai. Like they will finesse the Rockets out of a trade just because like they're not gonna give up a bunch of players.
But in Pat Riley's time, he did give up the farm for Shaq. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but like I mean, yeah.
So he's been known to do it.
We can kind of say, I mean, I know the Clippers definitely give up the farm too, and then even sell for AD, they give up the farm, and that's the thing. It's a history will tell. Time will tell.
Yep.
Right? Time will tell if these trades will be worth it. I just think with how the climate is right now in the NBA, I don't see James Harden getting traded this off season until the season starts because of the situation. The Rockets still have him under contract. So they can literally hold teams at ransom. And they got John Wall. You don't make that trade for John Wall if you weren't thinking about making it work.
Yeah. But the thing everybody seems to forget, too, and we didn't bring it up, is not only are you giving up your future for Harden, you're also paying him $40 million a year.
Amen.
Yeah,
yep.
no, that's facts.
Like, if I was Masai and I was going to pull the trigger, they would have to eat half of that, plus take on all the contracts of the guys they took. That'd be the only way I consider it, because then you have enough money for Giannis. But if you take on Harden right now, and with 2 years left in Lowry's contract, they cannot afford Giannis. Right?
Oh, that is facts. Yeah, I know you're speaking facts. I think with Harden, man, it's such a weird situation for him, man. It's so weird. Because he's a really good player, and you would think teams would want to jump at him, but it's that history of his playoff defeats. His leadership has been on display for the last couple of years, right? The whole Chris Paul video exposed him. So I just think it's so tough for James Harden, man. Yeah, if I was any of these NBA teams, I'm not giving up anything. I will tell James Harden I will see you in free agency.
Yep.
Because I'd rather keep.
In every other sport, when a star athlete demands a trade, when the trade is made, the team that's holding the talent gets next to nothing. Why is basketball so different? Like, example, NHL, right? In the 90s, Eric Lindros demanded to be traded. And when Quebec traded him to Philly, they got like 10 nobodies for him, right? So why does basketball, when a star demands to be traded and takes the sucky out his mouth and asks for the trade, why is another team willing to give up so much for a guy who's clearly a poor teammate? How do you stand in your dressing room in front of your teammates and say, I don't want to play here anymore?
That's a good question. I mean,
but guys have done it a lot in history. Like we can't even say that. There have been guys that don't even want to go on the court if they feel like, oh, the coach is not making a good, like, we talked about the Last Dance series, right? Scotty didn't want to take that last play because Phil Jackson was like, no, I'm not giving you the ball. It's the same situation if you have a franchise superstar like AD or James Harden. It's their time. You gotta like, generational players don't come along every so often. You know what I mean? So when they come, you settle to them. I would just say the Rockets, they did too much. They did too much to a point where now they're looking at it. James Harden is 31. They have never been they've never been to the finals still. Like the last time they went to the finals was like 95, 96. Like, you know what I mean? Like the last time they
95.
won. So for them as a franchise, they're looking at it as like they've wasted so many coaches, so many players, traded for so much. and they still don't have anything, now it's probably better for them to just move on. But I know they're not getting a lot back, man. Like that's my whole thing is like whatever team talks to them, the first thing is like, yo, he's never been out of the conference finals. Like, don't talk to me. Like, that's just it.
Is Harden a generational player? He hasn't won anything.
I will say this, yes, but he doesn't get his respect because he plays in the same era as the best scorer of all time, realistically, in Kevin Durant. I think if you take Kevin Durant out of this era, and no, there's no question about it. You're not saying Kevin Durant's the best scorer like of all time?
No.
What?
He's top 3, man. Like, it's very hard to
maybe top 3, but let's not be ignorant to LeBron. It's LeBron.
I'm not. No. LeBron's a beast. Yes! LeBron's a beast. There's no question. I'm talking about just a pure scorer. He shoot the ball at will. That's James Harden. That's Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, like players like that who could score the ball at will whenever they need. Like LeBron will get to the basket whenever he needs to. He'll shoot over whoever he needs to because that's the type of player he is. But Kevin Durant, like the way he shoots the ball, that for me at least. So I will say that if Kevin Durant was not in this era, James Harden would have a little bit more respect on his name. But because he's in the same era, it's hard to compare them because Kevin Durant is so much better than James Harden.
We're going to have a good year in the gym, Derwin. I can see the debate. because Kevin Durant is probably one of the worst, most selfish teammates.
That's facts.
Right? And LeBron is known to teammate first, like that little prick Kyrie Irving, right? So,
yeah. Oh my God.
In my opinion, LeBron is the most naturally talented scorer in the NBA today. Personally.
There's no question about it. There's no question. But if I put you in a shooting contest with LeBron and Kevin Durant, who are you taking? Be honest. Like, I'm not talking about one-on-one.
KD, baby. I'm getting that KD.
That's what I mean. Dinner. Like, you're going to take the guy who can shoot the ball at will.
Yo, next question, man. Next question.
Okay, all right. We're getting too much into this.
Next question.
That's a hard topic. That's a really hard topic to pick up on. But, all right, so the next question was LeBron tripping on the Road Tripping podcast saying his comeback in 2016 and Bubble Championship are harder championships of all time?
So Lewis got to go first on this one. Lewis. We got to hear the LeBron fan, you know?
Okay.
Got 2 in here.
Okay, let me tell you something. And Kay, me and you had this conversation. In my opinion, the biggest douchebag in NBA history is Kyrie Irving. He's a crybaby. Yeah. He's a crybaby when he doesn't get his own way. The last 2 organizations he's been in, trade me, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's funny that he's taking shots because you know that was subliminal, right?
Of course. He meant for LeBron to hear that. I don't know why. I don't want to encourage him to try to get LeBron pissed out. It's like he wants LeBron to go back to back. I don't get it.
Listen, I can tell you right now. And you know how I pick my players, Kay. Selfish guys. There's no room for selfish players. There's no room for people like that in the game of basketball, man. If you're throwing subliminal shots at the best player in the world, you shouldn't be playing basketball. Now, say for what it is, I'm not Derwin. I'm not a Lakers fan, right? You'll never see me with a Lakers jersey. So,
Kobe.
Who?
Kobe.
We ain't going there tonight. But I mean, in fairness to LeBron, like that was really disrespectful because if it wasn't for LeBron, he wouldn't have his one and only ring on his finger.
Yeah, you're right. You're 1,000,000% right. So I'm gonna say this. All right, LeBron is right. He is never wrong. Let's be real. 2 of his championships were the hardest. I had to think about it because honestly. With the bubble, at first I was kind of like, I don't think it's that serious, you know, like they're pretty much playing basketball. You're in a basketball environment. If you're in basketball, you'll love it. You're not realizing that, these guys are away from their families for like months on. And you got to be in your own dark room. So the bubble championship and the fact that physically after taking time off, you got to come back and play high level, tough. The comeback,
Very tough.
Derwin, you already know where I stand on that comeback, eh? You already know where I stand on that. That is the greatest comeback in sports history. It's not debatable.
Fact.
No, especially considering like their Golden State's top talent, they were all healthy.
63-9. That's all I tell them LeBron haters. All them young boys. Yeah, Javade, I'm talking to you if you watch this.
73-1.
3-1.
Yeah, they were down 3-1. And what most people didn't know until after the playoffs was LeBron was hurt, and so was Tristan Thompson. They were both hurt and still came back. That's hard.
That's true. That's true. I know Michael Jordan did 6 for 6, and I know that's still tough to do to do 6 straight. And I know a lot of guys had a lot of tough roads, but come on, man. LeBron don't cap. LeBron don't cap.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry?
No, you were saying something.
I just want to I don't want to get into the long debate in this podcast, but I'm going to throw it out there, and I want each of you to tell me, LeBron or Michael?
Oh.
We don't need an explanation.
No. Let's not do this. We have no time for this. We have no time for yo. Next podcast, I promise.
BJ.
Next podcast,
Coach,
yeah.
I'm going to come back for the next one because I think this is the debate that the three of us need to have because I want to know who I'm working with in Derwin, okay?
Yeah, I got you. This will be the just before Christmas special.
Yeah, because
we gotta get like 6-7 people on this then to have this conversation.
We have another announcement for y'all, and the next announcement, which you would think our biggest announcement was announcing 905 Prep, but that's a small little piece, and we're gonna keep people in anticipation a little bit because we got 3-4 more big announcements right away, Kay?
100%. We got more announcements. Y'all thought y'all got the main one? I mean, you got a big one, but you didn't get the big fish yet.
It was big, but in comparison to what we're doing it for these kids and these parents that for years have been promised with no result.
None whatsoever.
Right?
None whatsoever.
And I'm not saying anything other than the track record of between Coach K, Coach Derwin, and myself of getting these young men into programs they deserve to be in was very successful this past year. And that's why we're starting 905 Prep is because everything we did for those kids, we now know we can do ourselves at a much higher level.
That's facts.
That's
super fact. We about to put these kids on the map and give them the opportunity that they're supposed to without the politics of basketball that brings in Toronto. Because I don't understand and I get there's politics in basketball, but I don't understand how in this city, Toronto, Mississauga, to Vaughan, to even Pickering, politics has influenced the game so badly that these kids are just not getting the right opportunity. Kids are getting blackballed or yellow taped because they speak their opinion. That's what's happening in the game right now.
Yep.
And it needs to change.
And that ain't right.
No more.
Yep.
I would call out the name right now, that coach that did that, but, I don't want to have a whole war and all that.
No, worth it. They don't deserve it.
I mean, like, let's all be real. Those that need to know already know.
Yeah.
And those that don't, if they don't come to 905 Prep with their kids and their talent, they're going to learn pretty quick who we're talking about.
100%. 100%.
Right? I mean, the takeover is real, and the talent that we already have in the stable is stronger than ever. And with us working together, these teams have no idea. We are going to compete at the highest level, and then we're going to go prep. And I'm proud of all three of you that I'm on the call with because you've all played integral roles in what we're doing. And if it wasn't for the three of you in this podcast today, this wouldn't even be possible for these young men. So
that's
from
true.
Me and the Kings and everybody, we're grateful for you guys because
we're bringing the true essence of basketball back to Toronto, where it's not about the team, it's not about the logo, it's about the individual with talent that deserves to play at a higher level.
Amen.
Agree to that.
Amen to the religion of basketball. Because that is preaching to the choir. Pastor Lewis, on God. That was preaching.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. No, real talk. It's like, it's time for a new regime. I'll say it like that. I'll sound like a Bernie Sanders man. It's time for a new regime.
Well,
100%.
It's we're gonna have fun with it. These kids, yes, it's serious. Yes, it's their future. Yes, education is first and foremost, and family. But they need to have fun too, because it's not a paying job yet, right?
Yeah. Yo, this is something This is something you grow up just loving to play. You don't grow up saying, you don't play basketball and say right away, oh, I'm getting NBA contract. You play it because you love this sport. It feels a part of you. It feels like your soul. Basketball is like almost like your Bible or other things, right? And the gym is like your church.
Yep.
It's just loving the game, man. It's loving the game again. So I'm just happy that we're about to give kids the opportunity to do this. And I'm very grateful for the people in this Juke shot, because you know what? We've all had a piece into this game, no matter how big or small. And we're only going to help grow this game even more and help Toronto be the place it needs to be for basketball on and off the court. I'm hoping that we could do a lot of things here.
And for those that don't know, Hezi Production is the best media content up-and-comer in Toronto youth basketball. And this young man is about to show everybody what his true talents are this year. And don't come later and say, oh, I didn't know, because I've been saying it for a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're a very humble young man, but you deserve your roses while you're still here, fella.
Thank you.
And the things you've done for both Extra Step and Sauga City and the prep program shouldn't go unnoticed.
That means a lot. That means
we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, man. Like you're definitely you're a trailblazer right now, and I think we're gonna do everything we can to help you. And you've had a big part on this whole, even the basketball community from where you started. From when I seen you, man, straight on the court outside, I came up to you. I was like, yo, you gotta come in the court for me. There's something. I just seen it. I was like, yo, this guy, he's got something. I like your determination. I like the way you operate. So I'm grateful that you're on here, man. I'm grateful that you're helping out Extra Step. We are so appreciative. I know me and Coach Duran, it's been crazy, and you've definitely helped us move forward. And I hope we
widen our gap for sure.
Thank you.
Definitely. And I would like to say that the content you've created was definitely an integral part between 20 plus of our players getting commitments after the summer, because without your hard work, we wouldn't have had footage to give these schools. So I wanted to say that before we ended the podcast, because, I feel like, the three of you have put in just as much work as I have, and my partner has. And, Kay, as you know, you are my partner. And, good things for these young men. If you're willing to work and you have what it takes to be the best, call us. But if you're going to come with a bad attitude, not show up, think you're better than everybody else, I got to tell you, the talent we already have committed says you're not. So come in and work.
That's it. Just come in and work. Want to get better, show love to the game, it'll love you back. And that's all we ever ask, man. That's on facts. That's all we ever ask. Just come in and love this game, because it will love you back. It's a beautiful sport. So I can't wait to get started on these steps, and there's gonna be more stuff, more announcements coming out. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready. Let's get it.
I'm ready for this,
man. Yo, the next announcement is gonna be the one that people are like, oh wow. Right? So I'm excited, man. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been able to generate some excitement, and I'm looking forward to it, man. We got a good team. There's more guys. We'll have to do a podcast with all the guys that are involved before September when the program starts.
Of course.
just introduce these guys because there is a lot of other guys in the background helping us get this going. But the main guy is Mr. Coach K. He's your main point of contact, you young fellas. If you have what it takes and the heart and effort to put in the work, reach out to Coach K. Showcase details coming soon.
100%. Just hit me up. Y'all, it's time to get work. Let's get this working. Let's get it.
Get it. All right, guys. It was a pleasure. I look forward to doing it again.
Thank you, Coach Lewis.
All
Thank
right,
you for coming on with us, man.
Yep. Thanks, Matthew.
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
All right. Coach Derwin, talk soon.
Take care, Lewis.
All right, guys. Later.
Yep.
Later, my brother. All right.
We're gonna call the show with that.
We'll call the show. Thank y'all for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, follow us on IG, comment, let us know what you want to hear. Stuff. Yeah, like seriously, let us know what you guys want to hear, man. Like, let us know if you want to hear us try to slap each other, right? Try to really get at each other. I mean, Coach Durham, man. I mean, hey, if the people want it, you gotta give it to people won't. All right, Hezzy, we'll talk about it, right? We'll have a conversation if it should be allowed.
Yep, for sure.
Always keep them wanting more. Remember that.
Yes, 100%. But anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Till next time, peace.